Tone Tone. Boss man, this shit, man.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Ep.7.
And it's your boy Ade.
And welcome back to another episode of BossTalks.
Today we got a special guest with us here today.
My brother.
You already know it's your boy Zay. I'm back at it.
We here. We have another one. We got
EBS
a good episode.
Finest.
You already
You know
know.
what I'm saying?
Make sure y'all cop the merch.
You ready?
And we got our back to school
drive
tournament
August
coming up this
24th.
month. Make
You
sure you're there.
guys, by the time y'all see this episode, the event should have happened. But if you guys hearing it first here, August 24th,
Be there.
Bronx, we giving back to the community.
Zay, do you want to say anything about the event to the viewers?
4th annual. We doing it again.
Yes.
Just be there. Come support.
If not for us, for the kids.
You're ready.
For the kids.
Youth.
But we got a good. I think this is one of our most controversial topics.
Yes, this is a
extent,
very controversial
because
topic.
all of our points are very varying.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a goodie for y'all.
So, are we ready for this conversation, black man? Are we ready?
Y'all can see all black men
for this conversation.
I want to hear it. Let's hear it. We're gonna drop the video, just clips of it right here.
Question I have asked on my live multiple times, and I thought it's time I bring it to video to reach a wider audience, because this is a question I have for a lot of black men and African men, and I think it's time we start to answer these questions. And before all you red pill bros come at me, don't. I'm just not the type of person to dwell on the perceived flaws of our women without focusing on ours. I pay attention to both sides. And if you know me, I'm not a panderer. I'm definitely not someone to pander to or try to defend people who are abort black boys, calling me a bullet. No, if you know me, know who I am, the kind of family I come from, the kind of culture I come from, a tremendous self-respect. I'm not one to defend people who have known for hating me. This is not about black women. This is about black men. But I need you to answer this question. Are you ready? Now here goes. I want you to picture a scenario, right? Picture a scenario where a bunch of women are all hanging out. There's a white woman, regular white woman. There's a Jewish woman. There's an Arab woman. There's a Chinese woman. There's an Indian woman. There's a Mexican woman, a Filipina, a black American, and an African woman. So that makes 9 women hanging around, chilling, just drinking, enjoying the day. And then out of nowhere, conversation starts getting a little spicy. The spice level starts going up, and then out of nowhere, the white woman just gets up and is like, you know what? You're not going to do this with me. I'm white. Our men control governments. You're not going to play with me. Everyone's like, what? The Chinese woman gets up and is like, first of all, I'm a Chinese woman. Our men run construction. Our men run manufacturing. If you want to build anything in this world, you need a Chinese man. So watch what you say to me. Everyone's like, okay. And then the Indian girl gets up and is like, first of all, I'm Indian. Our men run tech. If you want tech and if you want anything to work on your phone, you want your laptop, anything to run, you need Indian men. Don't mess with me. Everyone's like, okay. The Mexican woman gets up. She's like, Los Tigres del Nortes. Don't fuck with me. If you need a roof over your head, our men run construction. Don't play with me. Mexican men run construction. You play with me, I'ma holla at Jose, and it's over for you. Everyone's like, okay. The Jewish woman's like, I know you all don't keep your money under your bed, so as long as you got in the bank, watch what you say. Everyone's like, ooh, okay. The Arab woman is like, well, I'm sure you all need gas. Arab men, we control oil. That's us. Don't play with us. Everyone's like, okay, Arab girl. The Filipina is like, okay, I see what you're doing. Well, me and my girls, we have totally taken over the nursing industry. And have you noticed something? Our men are slowly taking over. In 10 years, none of you bitches can get a vaccine without a Filipino man, and we will all be housewives. So, checkmate. Everyone's like, oh, okay. So, black men, in this scenario, what have we given black women and African women to brag about or clap back about? Like, what have we given our women to brag about? What aspect of this world, what industry, what important part of infrastructure in this world do black men control? African men, the entire continent of Africa that belongs to us, what part of it do we control?
So, the question of the video is going to be, what have we as black people given to the society?
Contributed to the world.
To the entire world. Serious question. Deep question. What do you think?
We'll let you have the floor. Zay. What you think?
I think we contributed a little bit of everything, to be honest with you. I know that's vague, but I think we really, every sector, every aspect, I think we could say we contributed something towards the world. That's what I think.
And when you say sector, you're going off of what the individual in the video before said. Right. But just so I can summarize everything real quick, he said just based off race, white people contribute to the government or control the government. Arabs control gas and oil production. The Chinese people control manufacturing and construction. Jewish people run the banks. Indians run tech. Mexican people do the physical labor that get things done. And the Filipinos run the nursing home. I don't even know why he even brought that one up. That was crazy. But that's besides the point.
As a nurse right here,
Man,
not Filipino.
Respectfully, you a worker just like me. But
Not to cut you. I think some of those natural resources they got from us anyway, but that's what I think.
What are these natural resources?
Like oil, stuff like that. That comes from us. So
That's true.
so do you agree with his point that no, so you overall just disagree with his point that we as a people, black or African, haven't contributed to the society, right?
yeah, I agree. I disagree with him.
All right, Ade, how do you feel? Do you think his points are strong, or do you feel like he has some weak points altogether?
He has weak points, but I kind of see where he's coming from. Like,
All right, do you want to just tell the people where exactly you agree with him?
I agree that I don't agree with all the things that he said with all those races, but I see I see why he's saying that Chinese people, you can say that they're running manufacturing because everything is made in China. What else did he say? That the Arabs they run oil.
Yeah,
they
oil
do, because there's a lot of oil in the Middle East.
Yeah.
It's not all from just one side of the world. So every gas station you go to, who's running it? Like,
I get what you're saying.
I understand.
mechanics, all of that. What else did he say? White people controlling the government. That's a little controversial, saying that. What government what government is he talking about? Because you go to different countries.
Yeah,
There's different governments. There's different races everywhere.
I guess
Is he talking about United States?
I think he probably says like who's the people behind those governments, like who's controlling those governments, who's making things work in the back end. Like
That's very controversial. That's very
we gonna get
controversial
into it.
saying
You
that.
guys gonna hear my opinion soon.
What else did he say? He says Jewish people are running banks.
They do to an extent. To an extent, I agree.
Indian people run tech.
I ain't gonna lie, the Indians is going crazy with the tech.
Can't
Y'all doing
disagree
y'all
with that.
thing. And the curry, fabulous.
He also said Mexican people run construction, which is true.
Construction
I
and
can't disagree
physical
with
labor.
I can't disagree with that.
I think like you could also, and this is something I disagree with what he said in the video. Is like I think you could also big up everybody for what they contributed without shitting on what black people didn't do. It's like I think that's why I had a problem with it personally, because it's like these people did this person did this person did this, and we did nothing.
Okay,
I think that's what he,
Since you disagree with that, can you just state for the people, what have we as a black community, what have we given to the world? Since he gave his examples.
Before you get into that, let me say
gave his examples.
let me say where I stand.
Go ahead.
I completely disagree with all his points altogether. I think that as a people, black and African, has and still continues to contribute to every facet. As Isaiah said, I think that without us, the government fails to succeed. Respectfully, we are one of the main people that uplifts the economy. They look for our dollars. Our dollars is what keeps the economy afloat. Now, if we're talking about what control of gas and oil, who do the Arab people look to do that physical labor? Because they're not doing it themselves. Or if they're going to do it themselves, they get the poor people to do it, but they control it. Yes, I'll give them that. But government, no, I don't think the government is just a strictly white people thing. I don't think that physical labor is just something that we can contribute to Mexicans or
We can't strictly say it's them, but it's the majority. That's what he's trying to say. He's saying majority.
They're hard workers.
Yeah.
I can say that, yes, but they're not the only people that work hard.
They're not the only people.
Yeah, but
it's majority. That's what he's saying is majority. He's not saying, because obviously other races, like there's a Mexican nurse out there. There's probably a Filipino construction worker.
That's my point. It's like
there's Filipinos that run their own government in their country.
I think as a black man,
he's talking about majority, so I can't disagree with that.
Before you say your question, I just think as a black man, he is doing his people a disservice, especially men, talking down on the the effects that they've had on this world and the contributing factors that they've had. But Zay, what's your question? My fault.
I disagree with that point. I don't know if he's doing us a disservice. I would say that he's trying to motivate us, like to get shit going, basically.
My question
I think it's out of love, like deep concern. He's not doing it maliciously.
Probably not.
Whether we disagree or agree with his points, but I don't think he's the video was malicious at all.
My question is this, and it's not for y'all too. It's really for the dude that in the video.
Or you guys at home.
Yeah, or you guys at home. Is he saying we don't run anything or we don't contribute anything? Like,
Both.
I think
it's both.
You think so?
I think it's
I gotta
both.
watch that video again. I think he's saying we don't run anything.
We don't run anything
Because not contributing anything is crazy.
That's what I. That's see,
Okay,
that was
that's
the difference
crazy.
with what I
Okay,
was saying.
so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What I took from the video, you guys let us know at home what you guys took from the video. But he was saying it from the point of view of the women of all those races having an argument with each other and telling the other race, "Oh, don't talk to me like that. My man controls this or my man controls that." So it's not only about running something, but having complete control over something and contributing to it as well. Because he said the black woman or the African woman could say nothing. They were left dumbfounded as all those other races said what their men did.
But that could also be because of lack of opportunity too. Like,
And that's why I said
So that's
just
not really
to
like-
say for black men it's crazy.
because he giving me a vibe like he trying to say we lazy or something.
Or pandering.
Like,
That's what it
you know
sound
I'm saying?
like. That's what it
yo,
sound like,
Black,
yeah.
black dudes is lazy. We sitting around. It was like we might not have the same opportunity.
That's why I said my point before was like he's trying to motivate us to like take control over something. Because obviously there's black people, there's African people in the medical field, there's African lawyers,
There's
we
African politicians, there's black politicians,
you
feel
know,
me?
Mhm.
construction business owners, like. But he's just saying like we just don't run one specific niche. Like,
When you say African
we're-
man,
like,
black man,
I
nothing
agree
comes
with
to
Zay.
mind.
Like we're in different, like we dabble into different stuff. Like we're just not all strictly pushed to one
I think that's what it is.
one type of like contribution. But he's trying to say like we should just like own one thing and be like,
No,
oh,
known
the
for it.
Africans got that,
Like,
known
okay.
for it.
the blacks got that, the Africans got that. But that's where he's saying like we're not known for nothing.
So
I don't think he's saying we're not contributing to, because that's false.
I think I
That's
guess
very
was,
false.
I guess that was his verbiage was because that's what I'm saying. Contributing or running something is
Yeah,
like
that's
two different. I think that's
so
what it is.
now I would ask you guys, do you think that entertainment or because a lot of people in those comments were clowning the fact that only black people or Africans control entertainment or have some type of hands-on effect on entertainment or just culture in
I
general.
don't even. Think
I say that is something that runs business. Without culture, you can't push a monetary gain. You can't push something on advertisement. When you look at a lot of these advertising, what do? Who are the people that they're trying to seek out? Who's the selling factor? Like a lot of the people, like let's say Louis Vuitton or Gucci, they don't make like commercials because they already know that the white people they're gonna spend what they gotta spend real quick. But it's the black people that go over and beyond spending unnecessary money buying stuff.
that we the consumers.
Yes, that's my point.
Yeah.
So they need our dollars.
I already know that.
It's not like
is that a good thing though? I don't think that's a good thing.
no, it's a good thing because it means we have power. We just don't know how to use our power. We have the money. We don't know how to focus the money. Like if you just look back at history, Black Wall Street was a thing. They were trying to concise and put the money towards one factor and it could put everything as a pool. And what did the governments do? They destroyed us.
I don't think we're the only consumers though. Like
No,
we're consumers of that. Major consumers of, because you're talking about designer.
No, but I'm not just saying designer only. I'm saying just when it comes to spending money.
Yeah.
First is women, and then it's black people altogether.
I agree with that.
Women like
Because I
women,
agree with that.
then
I
black
agree
people.
with that. I think so.
I don't know the stats on that, but I think that's true.
I just-
think true. I don't know the stats on that.
Because if you look at the rich, objectively speaking, the rich, they're going to do what they got to do in investment wise. They're going to invest their money into other things that get them more money. But us, we spend on luxurious things that get us no money back. It just gets us spending more money and more money and more money.
I don't think that's a good thing though. I think we should shift from that.
But I don't think he.
Why are we wasting our money on that?
But that's my
instead of
point.
putting into business?
But that's my point. I'm saying with the money that we
So we
can
run
do, we can control any of these factors or any of these sectors.
I don't think.
I think we just don't have a powerful leader.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think that's his point though. That's his point.
I don't think.
I don't think that's his
was he
point.
saying-
I don't think that's his point.
We always
Because he's saying black.
Yeah.
When have we not ran businesses? That's what I'm saying. So I don't think it was like he was saying we don't run businesses. I think he was saying like you were saying we don't have a
Specific
a
niche
specific
that say,
yeah.
oh,
That's what
people,
I think.
African
Because
people, that's what they run.
bro, we're everything that he named. We're a part of. We may not run it, but we contribute and we're a big part of.
Yeah.
So it's like and we run a bunch of businesses. Like it's not. I don't think it's that we don't run anything or not contribute anything. I think he was just saying we don't have our own
Something
sector.
that we're known for.
Yeah, something that we're known for as black people. But
Well,
Which is true. I would think it's true.
I would say for black people, I think we should be
we don't
proud.
need it.
I think we should be proud to know that the world is on
We're
our
gonna get back to
shoulders.
that.
No, I think we should be proud to understand that the world that we live in today, regardless of its good and bad, was built off of our shoulders.
Facts.
That's what I think we should have
100%
pride.
facts.
It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter what anybody says. Oh, we have control over this and that. Every factor, all those races, they fear us for a reason. It's not because we have the power, we have the money. It's because they know when we come to all together, nothing can stop us. And I don't think it's because just black men is not taking the initiative to do something. I think it's because all of these other races, maybe willingly or not willingly, they're taking advantage of what their forefathers did.
A lot of resources come straight from Africa, straight from Africa.
Those resources are putting those men in.
And if we controlled all of those resources, we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now.
They wouldn't let us control those resources. But that's my point. I'm saying those men are in positions of powers for what their forefathers did to our forefathers. It's not because of a lack of what we're doing now. It's because we don't have the opportunity to get those things done. But we do have opportunity.
That's where I'd agree.
No,
that's where I disagree.
We do have the opportunity. We do have the opportunity,
and we're not doing anything.
We have to work
about it.
harder. But I think it's just us as a people. It's not only black men.
I got a question for y'all there.
Yeah.
You see all the sectors he named?
Yeah.
What's left? Like, what's not taken?
I don't even know why he said
before we answer that question, I want to go back to
my Filipino people.
Up best point. What were you saying again? I forgot because I was
about just us as black. It's not only just.
Men. So no, the opportunity, because that's what you're saying. So I'll say that we have the opportunity.
Yeah.
But we're starting back here. So like all the other races, they have a head start.
So that's what it was. Yeah.
They have a head start before us. So it's
we're talking about now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what.
So it's just now the question is going to be like, have we had enough time to recover from that? But who's to judge that? I don't think anybody could judge that.
And that's why I disagree so adamantly with him. Yeah. It's not about, the white people can say pridefully that we control governments. Yeah, y'all control governments and look at the state of the world. That's not something to be proud of. That's my point. It's like, you can't bring up points that have nothing to do with the contributing factors of the world. You're just talking about what those people have pride in. They can have pride in that. But if we're going to talk about being prideful, then we should be prideful as just being melanated people. The world that we know it was built off of the backs of our people, the blood of our people. Like, nothing would be anything in this world without black men.
Now we can go back to Zay's question. Your question was what's left on the list, right? What is
what
left?
factor? What do you mean? Left in what?
No, what is it? Because he's saying Arabs have the oil and the Chinese people have the manufacturing and white people have the government. What's left to take control over? If you guys watched the whole video, I think he said we got to take over garbage. That's what he said. Did you guys watch the full video?
I stopped after a while because I didn't.
It wasn't sanitation. I think it was like recycling that he said. He said we should take over recycling.
I understand why, because recycling in the future is going to be big, but I don't think we should just degrade ourselves to say, we only need one factor. Why can't we be in all sectors? That's why I say us as a people, we'll have the advantage.
I feel like we already are.
We already are.
We are in every sector.
That's why I think he did, because we already doing all that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then in the video he's talking about whose wives is bragging about what. It's not, to me, it's like not really based.
Those wives can brag about every single sector.
Right, but I'm saying like,
my husband is a doctor.
Gotcha.
My husband is a lawyer.
Right, but
my husband smells drugs.
There's black doctors. You funny. Y'all funny, yo. But I'm saying there's black doctors, black lawyers, black manufacturers, So I'm saying like
business owners.
So
EBSO.
Exactly. So that's what I'm like.
Talking shit, really, Mr. Bossman here.
That's what I'm saying. So it wouldn't really, like, it's not, to me, his argument is almost not really based on
12-2 is crazy.
It's not based on that to me. Like, but we're in every sector. We may not run any sector. Okay, cool, but we're a big part of every sector.
I'm not gonna lie, his argument was the strongest, weakest argument ever.
Like, yeah, basically, that's the only way I could describe it too. Because it's like,
he's saying something, but he's not saying nothing.
It's like,
I feel that him pointing the finger towards black men or African men in totality was where he messed up big time. Because it's not only us as men. I think it's everybody as a people. It doesn't matter. Like, why does it only even have to be? I know, I agree with you. Yeah. I'm talking about him as an individual. And then he's going to use that. He's going to come out with an African accent. I don't want to hear that. You just talk down on your
there's
people.
literally black and African. There's American black African wives that could brag about their husbands. That's why. That's why I was
He's
like, I
talking
don't
as a
understand.
people. He's talking about Africans as the whole continent of Africa. But if we're gonna talk about the whole continent of Africa, let's really talk about why the continent of Africa is not looking like all these other continents. It's because we have people in the back of just trying to control Africa as a totality. We're not only talking about one kingdom in Europe. We're talking about multiple kingdoms in Europe. We're talking about America. We're talking about Canada. We're talking about everybody around the world is going to Africa, taking its resources. So of course you're gonna have the citizens of Africa struggling. It's because their government, the people that they trusted to put in office, sometimes are placed there as puppets from these governments. So how are we supposed to take control if we have outside forces destroying us as a people? It's not about African men not doing their thing. It's about our African governments are selling their people for money. That's the problem.
And we got to change those people in power.
Man, we got to do that
That's
in
going to be
America
very
too.
hard.
And we're going to talk about our presidentials. We're going to talk about that.
We're a different episode, but yep, we'll talk about that too.
Man, I don't know. Zay, just to wrap it up, how do you feel that us as a black people, not even men, I just want us as a people, how do you feel that we can raise our stocks?
I feel like we're already not doing a bad job, honestly. I'm being honest. I really don't. As a whole, I don't feel. I feel like, yo, we starting to get a lot of degrees. We starting to open a lot of like we doing a lot already. I think, and we continuing to excel. And like I don't see it as like I look at it like he talking like glass half empty, and I look at it glass half full. Like from my perspective, I'm not saying we where we supposed to be, but I definitely think
we on the way there.
Yeah, like for the setback we had, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The setback we had, and like how we moving now, I think we in the right direction. That's what I think.
What you think, Ade?
I agree. We're definitely in the right direction because we started from back here.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else started from way up there. So
I won't say everybody because
not everybody.
The Mexicans is hard workers. I got a lot of Mexican friends that work hard. Those people,
every race has their struggles.
I think we do us are just the human race a disservice when we try to divide everybody up. Because right now, the reason why the world is a shit is because we continuously divide ourselves. Like we understand we're different colors, we understand we speak different languages, but at the end of the day, the one thing that we want to have is a successful world where we can continue living. And right now, we're going down.
Who's to blame for that though? It's like all races divide each other, not even just the government.
That's what I'm saying. But the governments are the ones that are in the power. They're the ones that have the control of the people, and they're the ones that have control of pushing the message.
We put those United States. We put those people in power.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk
racial
about that
issues is a whole nother issue because we divide. We're all divided.
But that's my point. I think it's more. It goes further than just saying black men, Chinese men, white men, Arab men are broken off into these brackets of things. It's because of the resources that they've taken or that they were applicable to have growing up that we weren't having. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not our fault that we're not at the same position.
Yeah.
It is our fault if we don't push ourselves to get to that position. That's my point. Yeah. So us as a people, we need to just be more determined. I think that is the best way for us to get to the top.
We can always improve.
No, we're steadily coming to the top. That's why they're trying to make laws and change things to keep us at the bottom. But us as a people need to stay awake because there's a lot of information.
It ain't that easy though. There's a whole bunch of division in this world.
No, there's a whole bunch of division.
Like all these wars going on.
Why are they doing that
right now?
But why are they doing that? But why are they doing that?
Fighting over land, fighting over like it's a lot of this world is just.
We got to remember why it happens, and one day, maybe we'll see change during our lifetime. I hope so. But that's the goal of these conversations, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys drop it down below. Which man you think is the best in this world? Comment down below. If you white, tell us why you think you white people are the best. If you black, we don't judge. We're not gonna report your comment. But we gonna judge. We gonna cut your ass if you have to.
Yeah, based off
the list.
Wait, let's do a bonus. What's the most important on that list?
The most important job
the Jews. They run the banks. You run the banks, you run the world.
Most important.
Without money, you can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Nah, that's debatable.
But I think before,
because anything can be considered a currency. Honestly,
before money,
oil could be a currency because if there's a need for oil, if they shut all the oil down, bro, nothing is gonna run.
But I'm saying the way they convert the money for that oil is through the banks. The banks is the ones that hold the gold.
Money means nothing.
But I'm saying the banks, they have control of the gold.
No, but that was
I disagree with his answer. Money literally, like, what is money? Resources is money.
But
we need resources.
But gold is also a resource that they use in tech as well. And everything, you need gold.
Yeah, but you said money though.
But I said
Money's
no. I said
gold.
Control of banks. The
Okay.
banks have control of everything. If we look at our reserves,
I don't even think banks are that important, bro. Like, yeah, I agree with what you say with gold, but like resources itself is the most important.
so
Like the actual resources,
who do you think
like
is the most important?
like.
Tell us, my brother.
Because that's a whole different. That's a whole different topic.
That's a good question there.
Like, take money aside. Like, God built. Oh, we getting religious now, but
That's the most important.
money wasn't a factor
That's what I'm
back
saying.
then. Like, it was just resources. We were just put on the earth. It was just straight resources, bro. Like, we don't need money to survive. Well, nowadays we do. So it's like, that's a whole nother topic.
I don't know why I asked that question. I don't even have an answer, yo.
You got
Let the people know what you thinking, my brother.
What is really most important? Like resources.
Let me look at the list.
Yeah, go ahead.
Damn.
I personally think resources.
He said banking.
He said bank. I think resources is most important.
No, I said the Jews got the most important. They run the banks. I ain't gonna say they people are better than my people though. I love my Africans.
Damn, but
I love my black people.
control us though.
But they already do.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. But who controls the governments?
I'm looking at this whole list, bro, and I'm looking at this is all just like messed up, bro. All of it.
All right, so you make your own list. Tell us what your list is.
But what's the most important one out of it?
I'm just saying the resources are most important
Because
because we put a price on resources, but without the resources, what is there? You can't put a price on nothing.
I dead think it's the government.
You think it's the government?
For this, I think so.
We're gonna leave it like that though. There's no
Yeah,
definite answers.
Yeah, we all got different answers.
But let us know what you guys think at home. You know, my brothers in the back. You guys got any questions for your black men? Any questions? Man, I ain't gonna lie. This conversation, I'm sure it got y'all heated because it got me heated.
It got me heated.
But you
Leave
know,
our comments below.
comment below what y'all think. Let us know what race you think is most important. I think all races are important. You know, there's no right answer, so I'm gonna go with the best
If
answer.
you give an answer, you're racist.
Are you racist? But it's been your boy up there.
It's been Ade.
It's been my brother.
You already, boys. Okay.
We tired, but we gonna come back.
BossTalks out of
We gonna
here,
holla at
man.
y'all. Peace.
Throughout the bullshit in my life,